Friends, welcome back to the YouTube channel. So today we are going to look how to create the custom immutable class in Java, or we can say how to create user defined immutable class in Java, or what is an immutable object, and interview questions related to the immutable class. So let's begin. So first let's understand what is an immutable class. So immutable class is nothing but once we create the object of that particular class, then we cannot modify that object, or we cannot modify the value of that object. It is known as an immutable class. These immutable classes are thread safe, and the best example of immutable class that we can give is string, as we know that string is the predefined class in Java, and strings are immutable in nature. So this is an immutable class. So what does it mean? Immutable class is nothing but once we define the object of that particular class, we cannot modify the value of that object, or we can say we cannot modify the particular object of the immutable class. It is known as an immutable class. So there are few steps to create the immutable class. So let's see what are the steps. So the first step is to make the class as an final, so that we cannot extend the that particular final class. So as we know that once we define the class as an final, so we cannot extend that particular class. Make all the fields of that class as an private and final. So whatever the data members that we are defining inside that class, we should make it as an private and final, so that it cannot be modified. Do not provide the setter methods, only provide the getter methods. So no need to provide the setter methods, only provide the getter methods, so that we cannot modify the values of that data members from outside the class, or from the different class, we can say. All the fields should be initialized through the constructor only. So whatever the data members that we are created inside the class should be initialized only through the constructors. If the class has mutable fields like list, map, return the deep copy of this field to prevent modification from outside the class. Now if we have the class list or the map as a data member in our immutable class, then we should perform the uh, deep copy of it. So that if we are modifying that particular list from the different class or outside the class, then it should not get modified from the outside. That's why make use of a deep copy. So these are the steps to create the immutable class. Let's see practically how can we create the immutable class. So what I will do, I will create a new class over here, that is the student class we have, and we'll declare some data members, integer, roll number, string, name. Okay, okay, we'll use these two data members. We'll keep these two data members in our immutable class. Third, we'll generate the parameterized constructor for the class. We'll generate the getters and setters for this. Okay, we have in the also we'll generate the toString method over here. Okay, fine. So we have in student class, we have two data members, that is integer roll number, string name. We have defined the parameterized constructor, we have defined the getter setters, and we have a toString method. Now let's go to the main method. Okay, let me remove this first. Fine. We'll create the object of student class. Student s1 is equals to new student. So we need to pass the roll number and name to it. So we'll pass the roll number as 101, comma the name as in John. Okay. South student s1. So let's see the output of this class run main. Okay, sorry, student. Okay, so we have student roll number 101 and as in John. So let's this make the student class as an immutable class. So the first step is to make the class as an final. It is wrong, just a minute. Final. Okay, the second step is make the data members as a private final. Private final. Same for name as well. Private final. The third step we have seen is don't provide the setter method, just provide the getter methods. So we will remove the setter method from the class. Okay. Fourth step is initialize all the data members from the constructor itself. So we have an parameterized constructor. So we have already did that. Okay. So let's go to the student class again. So over here we will try to modify this object s1 dot setter. We have removed the setter method, so it will not provide the setter methods. Get class name dot, no, we don't have the option to modify the s1 object as we have removed the setter methods. Okay, so we have created the immutable class. This is the immutable class, student immutable class, because we were not able to modify this object. Okay, fine. The last step is if our class has the mutable data members like list and map. So what we'll do, let's declare one list over here, private final list. List, it will take the string, and what can we declare? We will declare this subject list over there, subject list. Okay, so we'll have to add it into constructor as well, list of string subject. Okay, this dot subject list dot add, sorry, is equals to subject. So we'll have to provide this getter method for this subject list. Generate getter subject list. We'll have to recreate this toString method. Generate toString, toString. So we have one related problem that we have not passed the list as a part of constructor. So here list string subject is equals to new array list. Subject dot add, we will add the subject as Java. We'll have C++. You can have Ruby. Okay, fine. And we'll pass this string as a constructor. Third argument is constructor. So we'll run it again. Let's see the output. So you can see roll number 101 John, name, subject list has Java, C++, and Ruby. Okay. But the issue with this is, if we are modifying the list, that is an immutable data member, we can say what we'll do, subject dot add php, subject dot add, we will add python, okay, and we'll print the student object again. So after modification of subject student object is, let's print the output. So what we can see, roll number 101 John, subject list has Java, C++ and Ruby. But after the modification of, or when we added PHP and Python to the list, roll number is 101, name John, subject list is Java, C++, Ruby, PHP and Python. So because of this list, our class is not pure immutable class or 100% immutable class. So how can we make this student class as a pure or 100% immutable class or object? So let's do that. So in construct, the steps for it is, in the constructor we need to perform the deep copy. So what I have did is, this dot subject list is equal to new array list for string sub colon subject list dot add sub. So we have performed the deep copy over here. Inside the getter method also we'll have to change list string temp list is equals to new array list for string sub colon subject list, again temp list dot add subject, and we will return the temp list from this. So what will happen in this case, whatever the list is we are passing, okay, we have missed this semicolon over here. So whatever the list we are passing via constructor, we have performed deep copy to add it into the subject list. Okay, so in the getter method we have created one new temp list, and we are again making the use of a deep copy to copy all the values from the subject list to this temp list, so that it cannot modify our subject list, even if, yeah, that's it. So let's check the output once, what will happen in this case. See, the output is roll number 101, name is John, subject list Java, C++ and Ruby. Second, after modifying this over here, after modification of subject student object is roll number 101, name is John, subject list has Java, C++ and Ruby. PHP and Python were not added now because we are returning the temp list from over here. So now this class is 100% or the pure immutable class, we can say. So we have proved this, or we have proved all these steps by practical as well. So I hope you guys have understood what we have made. So please do like, share and subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you will be updated for the new videos. Thank you.